Hello everyone, this is chess expert David Luscombe, and today I'm teaching you guys the Albin Countergambit Lasker Trap. This is pretty cool. So let's say that white plays d4, then black plays d5, c4, e5. And white's best move is to capture, then black plays d4, and the trap is set. White's best move here is to play knight to f3, and simply continue to develop normally. But what happens if white plays a pawn out to e3? Then we see bishop b4 check. The bishop defends, and now black is able to capture here on e3. The bishop cannot capture back because it is pinned to the king. And this is pretty cool. So here white could either capture the bishop on b4 or the pawn on e3 with the f pawn. Let's take a look at the very best response, which is f takes e3. Then we have queen h4 check. g3, queen out to e4. And this simply hits the rook. So after knight to f3, queen takes e3, and the queen cannot be captured because of this pin. And then there's queen e2, the queens come off the board, and then we see bishop takes, knight takes. Now, at the end of this variation, we can see that the material is equal, but black has a better position because white's pawn on e5 is incredibly weak. It's an isolated pawn and must be defended by pieces, and therefore black with technique will go on to win this endgame. So that is pretty good. So instead of playing f takes e3, why not bishop takes b4? Well, then black will simply capture here on f2 check. And notice that the king cannot capture because the queen would then be hanging. So king e2 must be played. And now black's best move here is to actually take the knight on g1 and promote to a knight. So if the rook were to take, because this is check, then the bishop would move out to g4 and win the white queen. And then if the king were to move away, then the queen would be hanging. So therefore, because of that, the king must move back to e1 in order to keep the queen defended. Then we have a queen h4 check. King out to d2, and here black is just completely winning with knight out to c6. Currently at the moment, black does have an extra minor piece and is threatening to win on b4. The game could have continued with a move like rook takes g1, but then there's queen d4 check, and that allows black to pick up the rook on g1 and go on to win the game. Well, thank you all for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this video on this gambit, and I will see you next time.